Okay, and let's get right back to it. Hour number 2 tonight, it's a Gordon Duff night. So, ladies and gentlemen, get your blankies and curl up in your favorite position, whatever that may be, and get ready to hear stories from Uncle Gordy. Unfortunately, I suspect we're not going to have too much fun tonight because of what's going on in Syria and the Middle East. And I have to say that this John Kerry is one of the most. I am not a fan of Hillary Clinton, but I'll tell you, this guy comes close. He is a very repugnant human being. It is obvious who he works for. He is clearly arrogant, condescending, and all the rest of it. He embodies the ugly American, like few I've seen. Okay, we continue on this Tuesday night with Mr. Duff. All right, sir, go ahead. Chemical weapons, traceable, traceable.
Yep, traceable. About 8 days ago, Janet Phelan, you know Janet, introduced me to Jeffrey Silverman, an academic and a rather thorough investigative journalist who has been working in the Caucasus for some time. And yes, Jeffrey may or may not be Jewish, as a number of people are. What he is a superb researcher and pretty good people. So, if you get a chance, somebody you may want to interview. Silverman had been working in and around Azerbaijan, Armenia, and Georgia, and found within Georgia and in Eastern Europe a number of black sites that the U.S. had taken over. Now, we had taken them over under the guise of demilitarizing these sites, which were all producing VX, producing sarin, germ warfare sites. We had taken these over, and we were supposed to spend our money to demilitarize these on behalf of these nations that were impoverished as the Soviet Union and their empire had broken down to nothing. Well, as we had used these same countries as black sites for our torture prisons, we had kept some of these facilities alive also to develop strains of bird flu, to poison vaccines.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's redundant.
Yeah. And in this case, to develop the weapons that were sent to Syria to be used by al-Nusra, Al-Qaeda, or the CIA's surrogate band, that were and these videos, embarrassing videos, are certainly on Veterans Today, but they're all over the internet. You have a narrated version by me on veteranstoday.com. I'm saying you should probably go to that, but any of them are fine. And you can see the Syrian rebels, mercenaries, whoever they are, using heavy Soviet mortars, assembling and fusing these chemical weapon gas shells and firing them at Syria. And you can clearly see they are not Syrian army. So the cover for this was, of course, the Israelis had created phony signals intelligence where pretend Syrian army units were saying, "Hey, do you have the poison gas?" "Yeah, I've got it in my sock." "Well, let's sneak out and fire it into this poor village." "Okay, but we're not going to tell anyone." And, of course, they turned that over to John Kerry, who, I've learned this from my secret sources. Such despicable people, we're going to have to blow them up. And all of this, of course, is debunked because the people they sent these weapons to, one of them happened to have, heaven forbid he got it for Christmas, an iPhone, probably a 5.
Uh-huh.
And so while they're putting these shells together and lobbing them into Syrian villages, we can clearly see who they are because they couldn't resist not just filming it and doing a really good job. Thank you to the people at Apple. and then posting it on the internet. Thank you. Which, on a best case scenario, makes John Kerry look like a total tool. And you and I know that he's something far worse. But I want to know how he can do and say the things he does. We have Obama keeping back, and we have Marty Dempsey, who speaks for the military. And the military has been going through a cleansing period recently. Dempsey has Dempsey is involved in a Stalin-esque purge of Christian Zionists, Satan worshippers, dispensationalists, and and varying forms of thieves and perverts, which will, if he's thorough, almost everyone that was promoted during the Bush years will be gone. But that's going on in a major sort of way. Toward that end,
I'm with you on getting rid of the Satan worshippers. That's a bad plague, and it is pandemic now.
The Satan worshippers in our military are the largest and most threatening single group.
Well, they're growing fast. I don't know that they're any worse than the organized inner-city gangs who are in the military, but they're sure as hell on the running. They don't have the numbers, perhaps, but it's pretty evil stuff.
I'm wondering if we could recruit the gangs and send them after the Satan worshippers.
No, that would be fun. Fun to see.
I'm wondering between and the cartels, it's really hard to tell which organized crime group is going to come out on top here, but certainly not. There is little or no hope for the American people, and one of the questions I've got, and I guess this is something I'm running into, or is it because I'm meeting different people? But a certain number of Americans are wearing out on stupid. I mean, where it just doesn't work that well for them anymore.
It's unbelievable. Yeah.